Shen Yue appeared in the decisive moment for what looked like a small moment. But that small appearance may be more interesting than it first seemed. Because when an actress with Shen Yue's profile suddenly appears in a project, fans naturally ask one question: why? Was it simply a surprise cameo? A chance to support the production? Or could this brief appearance tell us something about the direction Shen Yue's career is taking next? There may not be a secret answer hiding behind the scene, but there is definitely a bigger story worth looking at. And it has less to do with how long Shen Yue appeared on screen and much more to do with where she is now in her career. Think about the Shen Yue audiences first fell in love with. Many viewers remember her from A Love So Beautiful, where she became closely associated with youthful romance and the kind of character that instantly connected with younger audiences. Then came Meteor Garden, which introduced her to an even wider international audience and turned her into a familiar face for drama fans around the world. But that was years ago. Shen Yue is no longer simply the young actress from those early dramas. Her career has been moving, and this is where her appearance in the decisive moment becomes much more interesting. Because a cameo can look insignificant when you only consider screen time. But entertainment careers aren't built only through leading roles. Sometimes the smaller opportunities reveal just as much. A short appearance can introduce an actor to a different audience. It can create connections with a new production team. It can allow an actress to experiment with a different type of story. And sometimes, it can simply be a meaningful opportunity to participate in a project. So instead of asking, why was Shen Yue only there for a short time? Perhaps we should be asking something else. Why was she there at all? That question changes the way we look at the entire appearance. For fans who recognized Shen Yue immediately, the surprise was almost impossible to miss. There she was, a familiar face appearing in a story that viewers may not have expected her to be part of. And suddenly, attention shifts. You start watching more carefully. What is her role? Why this project? Why this moment? And what does it tell us about what Shen Yue might be interested in professionally? That curiosity is powerful. Shen Yue has always had a recognizable screen presence. She doesn't necessarily need a huge scene to attract attention. Her expressions, natural delivery, and approachable performance style have helped her create a connection with viewers. That connection is one of the reasons her fans continue to follow even the smaller details of her career. But there is something else that makes this particular appearance worth discussing. The timing. Shen Yue's 2026 career has been especially active, with appearances across dramas, variety entertainment, brand campaigns, fashion events, and other public activities. That matters because it shows a performer who is not standing still. She is gradually building an identity that extends beyond one drama, one character, or one specific image. And that can be an important transition for any actress. Early in a career, audiences often associate an actor with one unforgettable role. Later, the challenge becomes something completely different. Can that actor keep growing? Can they surprise the audience? Can they move into different types of characters without losing the qualities that made people love them in the first place? Those questions are becoming increasingly relevant to Shen Yue. And suddenly, her cameo in the decisive moment feels less like an isolated moment and more like another small piece of that larger journey. Of course, we should be careful here. A cameo does not automatically mean Shen Yue has a secret major role coming. It does not confirm another project. And it certainly does not mean there is some hidden storyline waiting to be revealed. Those would be assumptions. But the appearance can still be meaningful. It can show that Shen Yue is willing to explore opportunities outside the roles audiences traditionally expect from her. And that may be the most important detail. For years, Shen Yue has been strongly associated with youthful, emotional, and romantic stories. Those projects helped establish her career. But actors evolve. Audiences evolve too. Eventually, viewers want to see the person they remember from an earlier era take on something different. Maybe the character is more mature. Maybe the story has a completely different tone. Maybe the role is smaller but allows the actress to experiment. Whatever the case, those changes can gradually reshape how audiences see a performer. And Shen Yue appears to be entering that kind of period. Here's where things get even more interesting. Think about what happens when a familiar actress suddenly appears in an unexpected project. People notice. They talk about it. They search for information. They replay the moment. They wonder whether the appearance means something more. And before you know it, a few minutes of screen time can become one of the most discussed elements surrounding the production. That kind of attention is valuable. Not because every cameo needs to become a major event, but because it keeps an actress connected with audiences in unexpected ways. For Shen Yue, that connection is particularly important. Her popularity has never been based solely on appearing in front of a camera. It comes from the emotional relationship she has developed with viewers over the years. Fans have followed her through different dramas, public appearances, variety shows, campaigns, and career changes. So when she suddenly appears somewhere unexpected, they notice. And they want to know what comes next. But there's another possibility that shouldn't be ignored. Perhaps there is no complicated strategy behind the appearance at all. Maybe Shen Yue simply wanted to participate. Maybe she wanted to support the production. Maybe she was interested in the creative environment or the people involved. Or perhaps it was simply an opportunity that made sense at that particular moment. And that's an important reminder. Not every career decision has to be a huge announcement. Sometimes an actor takes a small opportunity because it feels right. Sometimes a small project leads to a bigger one later. And sometimes it simply becomes another experience that helps shape the actor's future choices. That's how careers are often built. Not through one giant moment, but through dozens of smaller decisions that eventually form a recognizable direction. And when you look at Shen Yue's journey from that perspective, her cameo becomes much more interesting. Because she is no longer at the beginning of her career. She has already built a recognizable name. She already has an established audience. Now the challenge is different. It's about longevity. It's about growth. It's about proving that the actress audiences discovered years ago still has new sides to show. That is why every new opportunity deserves a little attention. The Shen Yue of today has experienced far more of the entertainment industry than the actress audiences first encountered years ago. Drama, variety entertainment, fashion, advertising, events, different forms of media. Each experience adds something new to her professional identity. And that's why the decisive moment matters, even if her appearance is brief. The significance may not be the cameo itself. It may be what the cameo represents. A willingness to step into different environments. A willingness to take unexpected opportunities. And perhaps most importantly, a career that is continuing to expand. Fans have watched Shen Yue grow from a promising young actress into a performer with a loyal audience and a much broader professional portfolio. So maybe the real question isn't how many minutes she appeared in the decisive moment. Maybe the real question is, where is Shen Yue going next? Because that is the part nobody can answer yet. And that's exactly what makes this moment interesting. The entertainment industry moves incredibly quickly. New dramas appear, new performers rise, audiences move from one story to another, and yesterday's biggest role can quickly become yesterday's news. For an actress to remain relevant over the long term, growth matters. Shen Yue seems to understand that. Instead of remaining completely tied to the roles that first made her famous, she continues exploring different opportunities. Some will be major, some will be small, some may surprise audiences, and some may only make sense when viewed years later. But together, they become part of the same story. So when you see Shen Yue's appearance in the decisive moment, don't dismiss it simply because it is a cameo. Look at it as a snapshot. A small moment in the career of an actress who is still moving forward. Because sometimes, the importance of an appearance isn't measured by its length. It's measured by what it tells us about the person making it. And perhaps one day, when fans look back at Shen Yue's career, these unexpected appearances will feel less random. They may look like pieces of a much larger transition. The gradual transformation of a young actress known for unforgettable roles into a performer willing to explore new characters, new environments, and new possibilities. For now, we don't need to turn the cameo into something it hasn't been confirmed to be. We don't need to create a secret story where there isn't one. The appearance itself is enough to make people curious, because it reminds us that Shen Yue's career is still developing, and the biggest story may not be hidden inside her Cameo at all. It may be hidden in what she chooses to do next. And if her recent career movement is anything to go by, there may be plenty more unexpected moments waiting ahead.